Hi again. Yeah, sometime. This is what happens again. I have a decent picture here, and people on Twitch can't see. All right, I'm gonna have to fix that again. Any rate, the mystery is like revealed. Okay, hold on, hold on. I do it again and again and again. Oh, shaky mic. Okay, there we go. That's fine. Wow. Nope, not fine. Not fine. Hi, everybody. I'm back again, sort of. Um, yeah, so I just wanted to check in because it's Thursday and I always do a quick stream on Thursdays anyway. And yeah, this week I got some feedback about the conference I was at. It didn't go well. And so of course now I'm doubting myself as an artist. It's funny because yes, I doubt myself as an artist and whatnot, but at the same time, is that going to stop me from creating more? No, not really. It's what I go through all the time. I just go through the yes, it was everything is horrible and I can't do art. I can't draw a straight line. Or I can't create a story. I can't tell a story out of a paper tell my way out of a paper bag. Yeah, words are failing. But it's important that not everything be a win. And is there something I can take away from this? I think so. I think what I want to do, what I feel like I should be doing is looking at the whys. I think part of it has to do with compelling storytelling, presentation of how I presented everything. Everybody else's was different than the way mine was presented. And I think that was a big deal because of the way they were presenting their stories. Now I mean that like quite literally, like it was an online virtual event. So everyone else was putting and it was a okay, so back up. It was a zine festival, so that means that they were chapbooks and for those who don't know what those are, this is an example of a zine. This is not mine, but this is an example of one. Yes, I do happen to have them lying around because I am that girl. Um, but yeah, this and as you can see, it's really, really super simplistic, like really simple pictures and whatnot. They have a tendency to evoke a feeling, but when when you're trying to sell them, you kind of need to have like there's just a certain aspect of them that you have to show the zine aspect of it, right? And I didn't do that. I I had the pictures of the inside of the book, which while was helpful, still wasn't it doesn't convey. I mean that right away you see like this little tiny book and that's what you know what you're going to get. Whereas pictures of inside the book you know the story but you miss something with it being a zine because zines are specifically part of the experience of the zine is the book and the promise of what you're going to get because it's a different experience entirely. Trying to explain it is challenging because it's not an easy thing to describe. But there's just it evokes a certain feeling. That's the easiest way to put it, and that in itself is its own art. Which I think I was my biggest thing. As soon as I saw other stores, I'm like, oh, that's what I'm supposed to do. Okay, so it'd been one like a lot of missteps all the way along the way. Um, yeah, and so I learn and I will do differently and I will do it again because that's just the way I roll. Um, what am I working on? This week I'm working on relaxing. I've taken time off of work. I have some books I'm going to read. I would show you one of them, but it's being used to prop up the camera for Twitch. Hi, Twitch. I'm so sorry. Yeah, so there's that. I'm going to be probably doing some hiking, reading and hiking. That's kind of what my goals are. Doing some gaming. I just need some downtime, some relaxing because I still have. I mean, even though I did horribly, I sold one item. Normally, you don't sell a lot of items there anyway, but even more so, it was just. I mean, it went in. I had lower ticketed items that they could have bought, but they actually bought like a package. So what I'm going to pull away from that is I'm going to wow them with the packaging and do the awesome customer service because if nothing else, I can do that to be memorable, which is fine. I have many stories to go. I have many comics to work on. It's all just and more artwork to work on, and it's all just in this big grand scheme of creating. Yeah. I mean, and it's the same it's very similar to submitting submitting a story to a publication and getting rejected. You either deal with that rejection or and get a thick skin and get over it, or you let it consume you and then you let it paralyze you and you're not able to get your work done. So there is that. um And I guess for those of you who are, I'm just trying to think here. YouTube, I'm still going to be working on some video over my break. I will be working on video for the next for the next story, which means I have to reread because all the video that I had is not editing; it's actually re-recording everything. So that's a thing that's happening. Hmm. Not too happy about that, but here we are. Um, Let me see here. I'd like to eventually get it folded in, and with Twitch, I'm taking time off from telling stories on there for right now, for a few weeks while I try and confirm what the story is I'm going to be, which I already know what it's going to be. It's a it's a very 80s story, but that's okay. It'll be fun, I think. I don't know. I've never read it. That's the joy of all these. I mean, with YouTube, I'll have read the stories and I'm editing the video. In an ideal world, I edit the video that I got off of Twitch, except for it's not working, so I'm redoing it. Yeah. What else am I doing this week? Nothing else really. Just, I mean, I guess I have to say it again because it sounds like a broken record. I am still editing Stonecaller. And yeah, that's just the way that is. It's I was talking about it with somebody else is that you have to kind of break it down because I'm not just editing it's not like I'm editing the same chapter. I'm not even editing the same paragraphs. I'm on to a new chapter and I do a couple different passes with each chapter before I go on. And then I'll be letting it rest and then go through it again because I made some notes earlier that I need to decide on fixing. Uh, which makes it not as not as clean and edit as I would have liked. There's just a couple of things I just need to tweak here and there, and I don't think I had the energy at the time, but I'm hoping after this rest that I'll be raring to go. So, let's see here. Was there anything else to talk about? Yeah, I guess I'm on chapter 11 for the stone collar, and I'm working on the first part of the first pass. So there's that, which is kind of exciting in and of itself because that's the second book in the series, or in the trilogy, sort of trilogy. Um, Thing is that my pet peeve right here is that after that, I have to take a break from the trilogy because the third book is very, very rough. So I might actually reread it again, which will be interesting. Um, I'll reread it because I need to go over it in my brain and get fresh ideas as to like what the issues are. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure I marked it all up, but I want to like go over it more in depth. But that's still a long ways out, a very long ways out. Because I still, like I said, out of I'm on chapter 11 of Stonecaller out of 15 chapters. So I'm just over a third, two-thirds of the way through, which by now I wanted to be like all done. I wanted to be done in mid-May, but that was also before I realized that I'd signed up for the spring zine event, which is technically summer-ish. That's sort of summery. I don't know. I always think of May as more summery than, even though June 22nd is the official date start of summer. I don't know. Feels pretty summery. Plants are out. It's warm. I'm sometimes wearing shorts. Sorry to everybody else in prairie provinces and Midwestern states who are dealing with snow right now, because I know that is a thing that's happening. Anyway, let's see here. Is there anything else that I needed to say? No, although because like I said, I once I do get through the edits of Stonecaller, I'll be working on writing more. And when I do, I will be treating people to me working through books. One of the books I got here it's called I Should Be Writing. It's a fantastic podcast. I loved it so much. And I didn't realize there was a book, but there's a book out. And I got that book. And it turns out it's a writer's workshop. So I'm kind of excited about that. I kind of almost want to do some taping of it right now, but I need to get editing done. I don't know. We'll see. Because if I start reading it and I get really into it, then I might just start recording, and then I'm sorry, Twitch. If I'm recording, it means it's going to YouTube. Sorry. Anyway, that's all I have for right now. I will talk to you all again very, very soon. Thank you all for tuning in. I will definitely talk to everybody next Thursday. Yeah, next Thursday. So have a good night, everybody.